to see that things are already starting to shake up a bit. Pantheon ban as well. These teams have definitely done their crack.
Yeah, it's very similar to the bans that we saw from earlier, which is again the Akali, the Irelia. Again, it's such a safe ban because it practically bans most of the lanes. But look at this, Leo on this Ezreal potentially.
Yeah, he might swap that one over to Teals, who's playing Drag. Oh, not quite locked in yet. Don't be tricked, Riku.
I wanted to see an Ezreal.
Yeah, they always get your hopes up, but we're likely just gonna be seeing this chase here.
And that's again not giving a lot of information. That can be pretty much on most of the solo lanes as well, and it just provides a lot of really bursty damage on the lane, especially. But we'll see what the matchup is gonna look like first.
Yeah, we'll have to see how this one develops. Volibear has not been banned, so we are gonna see that one get snatched up by SWG. I feel like that champion's really strong right now. I feel like he's very straightforward. He does one thing, but he does that one thing very well. And probably will see a jungle, but maybe flex to the top lane as well, Dragon lane. Dragon lane, we won't see him maybe support Volibear. I don't know. I don't want to count things out. But probably top or jungle.
Yeah, it's still a very, very strong, what do you call this? Fighter, initiator. But without Gragas, potentially, that is... Honestly, I can't really say because the Gragas can be pretty much flexed everywhere. But this Ezreal hover, I'm so happy. This is forming to be a very poke composition on the side of NBR.
Yeah, we're seeing some clear differences between this and the first game of the day. We're seeing very clear team identities, team comp identities here. NBR, Jace, Ezreal, we got a poke comp. Got a beefy Alistair in the front line to zone away to maybe even start up engages. SWG, they've got engage, they've got front line, they've got, with the Kai'Sa locked in, potentially dive as well. So NBR, they want to kite, they want to poke. SWG, they want to go in, they want to brawl.
They want to brawl indeed, and the Kai'Sa being locked in, that is a confirmation, that is the approach. The question is, if it's going to be a mid lane Kai'Sa or a bot lane Kai'Sa, we'll find out after the last two picks. It's still a mystery.
The band's probably going to be targeting some missing roles here as well. Vladimir getting banned away is something I can get behind. I feel like he would counter MBS comp so well. Double marksman, kind of, right? Jace is like not a marksman, but he, in gun form, he functions like one. So getting rid of Vlad is really nice.
Yeah, incredibly important. And it just counters you in the mid lane in general. Like you just want to dive in, it just enters the pool and just ruins your entire combo.
So annoying.
Yeah, it is. So maybe we can take a gander that possibly this what do you call this? This Jace might possibly go to the mid lane.
Yeah, the Jace could go mid, could go Baron lane, maybe even jungle. We've seen it go to the jungle occasionally, though I feel like that would be his worst role. You want him in the solo lane.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very, very difficult. So we'll see now. The last few. Oh, there it is. If it is a complete lock-in, that's gonna be a Kai'Sa mid lane for sure. Nice, and the double marksman again on the ends of the SWG.
Yeah, so you have a bit of everything right now for SWG. You have the Varus to kind of answer the poke as well, even give you some additional engage. The Chains of Corruption. But now NBR responding in kind with their own tank line. It's going to be a Garen.
This is going to be so annoying. Like, there's just two beefy, tanky champions on the ends of NBR. Now, the question is, will NBR's last slot be something more of the magic damage department for potential bursts, perhaps?
That's a good point. I think they need a jungler here. Well, I guess it's going to be Jay's jungle if they lock in this Annie mid.
It's just a hover. It's blinking. It's locked in. We're getting an Annie. I'm so happy. You know, I was so surprised that the Tibbers now jumps at you.
Yeah, that's gonna be something that's we need to look out for in this game. It's gonna be fun to see it jump at a Varus who can't run away.
This is gonna be
interesting.
fun.
Wait, who's gonna be the jungle here? Is it gonna be Jace? Garen? It's Jace, right? Okay, it is Jace jungle.
Definitely Jace jungle. Wow, so double poke into a big burst, which makes a lot of sense. Now the question is, how does Annie go near any of these champions with three beefy front lines on SWG?
You gotta wait for the Flash Proto Belt. It's all about the Flash Proto Belt.
True. Agreed.
Yeah. But it's so difficult, right? Because SWG have so many tanks, you have to get the Tibbers onto the Kai'Sa or the Varus. You don't want to be getting it onto any of the tank line. You have to find the back line. So it's a very conditional engage as well. Both teams have so many tanky champions.
I know. It's 3 and then 2 tanky champions on the ends of of NBR, and I'm so curious too how they're able to execute this, because again, they're two different types of compositions. Basically, it's a lot of poke on the ends of NBR, and then you go in once they're pretty much low. And then on the ends of a SWG, it's just a lot of carry potential, especially on that Kai'Sa.
Yeah, I'm hyped to see what the Kai'Sa can do. I'm not super sure what Kai'Sa builds these days. There's a potential to go a hybrid build, but I'm not sure that's what players are going for. We'll have to take a look. And of course the Ezreal, not something that you usually see, but something that once you get the items could potentially carry games if you just keep landing these skill shots. Look at the stage when the sun is setting. How pretty is that?
So pretty. We get to see the lights, and we get to see the second game of our BO3. It's SWG versus NBR, and we get to see NBR combined with Nova Esports. They are already 1 point ahead. If they win this, it's going to be a 2-0. But if SWG wins this, we're going to be seeing a game number 3.
It's going to be so hyped here. So much pressure on the line for both these teams. The influencers fighting for survival on the side of SWG, and NBR playing to just get a 2-0 to impress Nova and go on to the upper bracket finals.
And I mean, the composition is very solid. You know, it's very defined. It's very defined on what they have to do. So it does feel like they are set to really try to win this. And honestly, this laning phase, however, Akumoto and Moon, curious to see how this pans out, especially level 5 comes in.
Yeah, it's going to be very exciting to see how the mid lane and bot lane matchups play out. I feel like top lane will just be a bit of a farm fest here. The poke is so strong early on though. Alistair level 1, incredibly weak. He can't do much to defend his AD carry.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? Like, you're going up against Averus, who's incredibly strong when it comes to wave clear, and Ezreal is the opposite of wave clear. You definitely need that level 5 to help you out with that weakness. So this is a bit of a tough bot lane for NBR.
Yeah, it definitely is going to be. And Moon, as well as the Kai'Sa, as well as the top lane Renekton, are going to have a very good time in the early game as well. So it looks like potentially 3 lanes winning here for the side of NBR to really start things off on a good note.
Yeah, it's how do you even alleviate that kind of pressure? Wow, Yan 13, pretty much low already. And yeah, I guess for NBR, top lane is where it's at to sort of stabilize.
Yeah, I think he was trying to go for the fruit there. So that was how Garen managed to get a punish down onto him.
Now for mid lane, I think level 5 is where it's at. I mean, the opportunity for Akumoto to kill Moon is Kai'Sa is a very shorter ranged AD carry. And look at this! Ionia picked Vladimir and made 1,678 damage per minute in the What?!
That's crazy.
That's ridiculous!
That's an insane amount of damage. I can totally see why SWG banned away to Vladimir now.
Yeah, they definitely don't want to see that again. Oh, now because of Nia, we're probably only gonna be seeing Vladimir once in this entire
Yeah. Unless any of these teams want to risk picking it earlier in rotation, it's been banned second phase in this game, so maybe we'll see it. It's not impossible. I like that Akumoto went home before he got level 5, get some items before your Tibbus comes out. Maybe with the Tibbus and the Jace burst early game, they can try to one-shot Kai'Sa in mid.
Yeah, it is a big possibility. We talked about Kai'Sa is very vulnerable in this lane, especially once you get that stun in. Like, once you get that stun, it's just absolutely dead already. So a lot of pressure onto Akumoto to get that stun in.
Leo Vio having a bit of a tough time in the Baron lane as well. His wave is getting frozen on. And in the bot lane with the double poke combo, Teal's managing to dodge out, and most of it is going to keep him relatively healthy. And it looks like they will look mid. They are going to look with the pillars.
We talked about the stun. We talked about once you get the stun, you're dead! With the true shot barrage as well as a big combo. What an execution!
Teal snipes that one out, and I think you're happy with giving the kill over to an Ezreal. Double flash used though for both Annie and Jace to secure that one.
I think it's pretty good because you shut down the mid lane. Akumoto, he's gonna run away casually, walk away casually with Tibbers in hand. He's fine.
Yeah, not enough damage there from Moran. We're gonna look at the replay of this one. Just flash Tibbers into the shock blast. Not much you can do. I think he used the Kai'Sa out here as well to try to get the shield, and that's what got him in the end. The Kai'Sa out to try to dodge out on the last ignite tick, which just delivered him over to Teals.
Yeah, that true shot barrage
Yeah, it's a great angle.
Yeah, it's also very good. What do you call this? Indicator of synergy on the team.
Yeah,
NBR.
that's true.
Good communication as well. Just you're funneling everything. It was a very clean kill on towards mid.
Yeah, 100%. Right now, NBR's bot lane is starting to stabilize with that one kill for Teals. If he gets this wave in, he should be able to recall, get some nice items down. First items getting completed. Essence Reaver for Varus. Monomune indicating some scaling for the Kai'Sa. Serpent's Fang, Lethality, and Shield Reduction for the Jace.
Getting really nice setup here. Whoa, Leo is so low, but Emerald is gonna follow through with a potential gank. Yeah, the Renekton's about to expire on his ult already, and Leo with a good flash is able to survive. Good bait coming from Leo here.
We are seeing the mid-jungle synergy from NBR, Riku. They're roaming across the map together, getting these ganks down together. It will mean they lose the dragon, but they should be able to pick up a Rift Herald as well as a kill for their trouble. So not the worst situation to be in, a pretty even trade all around.
Yeah, that's true. Able to get that neutral objective at least. Heals is alone right now. He should be able to go back safely, but a dragon for a turret is a good deal.
Yeah, they get the dragon and the turret. Rift Herald is not going to get popped anywhere yet. So this is a huge win here for SWG. Big gold swing for them as well as getting the dragon.
And here we go. Good start so far. Just a 1k gold difference between the two teams, but the kills, however, on NBR, they're shutting down the right person. Trying to use it. There's the explosive cast being used. And the charge of
8 HP.
8 HP! That's just one hit. That's
yeah, it literally is one hit from any champion, maybe even a minion, but good use of the Gragas out there to clear the wave, split things up, not let them get the mid turret down.
Yeah, that's still a lot of a space denied against NBR so far. But at this point, I think NBR, when it comes to executions of what do you call these? That teamwork, they've been doing really well. Even deterring Leo from dying from earlier was pretty good. Man. And as I say that, he's gone.
Yen is putting down so much pressure on the Baron lane. He's been playing under Leo's tower the entire game, but this is the first time he's been able to convert it. It's a big win for him though with the wave as well. He might be able to take the whole turret.
Oh, the bot lane, however, this is the combo. This is the mid and jungle duo, Akumoto and Emerald. Just pure pain, and they're shutting down the right person as well. It's the hyper carry at the late game for later.
Yeah, but they are gonna have a tough time dealing with the rest of SWG who are just sieging down this mid lane turret. Emerald comes in, doesn't land a shock blast. He wants the auto on the turret, but won't quite find it.
This is difficult though. A potential auto attack on the tower in exchange for your life. Maybe it's not worth, but he's still alive now. He's dead. Joko and as well as Teals able to flash away from danger, but the follow-up of the stuns is just too much for NBR. And now the cost of that potential one auto attack on the tower is an exchange of potentially 3 deaths.
Oh, no.
That's not a good trade.
It's not a good trade at all, and that was such good punish from SWG, using Chains of Corruption to just catch him out. I think Emerald has been having a very good game so far, but losing his composure there is going to cost his team a lot, and the gold lead increasing to 3,000 for SWG.
Yeah, that swing, and let's take a look at that again. It all started here.
It's a great cost into a great chain, and he just has nowhere to go. Joko comes in, tries to save his jungler, but it's too little too late. And this mindset of, I'm going to help you, I'm going to save you, just cost 2 more deaths for NBR.
Yeah, the trickle. Because you see how BK7 is already pretty much low, so you wanted to definitely, you know, even out the trade if you can, even out the numbers. But it ended into a 0-3 trade. But here comes the initiate from Joko. Emerald's coming right through, but nothing to hold them down. At least the tower is gone.
Yeah, nothing quite lands there. Tower is gone. Might have even been a minion with that one. And Yen once more on top.
Yan 13 already pops his ult. Leo with the silence to buy him more time. But Moon is able to escape off of that. But the proto belt and everything just jumping through. Just not going to let him escape at all. But maybe the retaliation from SWG is gonna make it into 3 deaths, 3 for 1 exchange potentially. And now here comes the jump from
volley bear.
There's a true shot barrage. That's the volley bear. Joko is in the middle of it all because of that stun, that hold from the chain of corruption in BK7. One last few. Nope, Akamoto still lives. And Leo still has more problems to deal with because that's Yan 13. What the? That potential burst is not gonna be enough.
That silence was huge there to not let Yen cast any of his abilities, but this is still a big win for Yen. He might even get to tier 2. No, he's scared of reinforcements, is going to back away, and that's just a 2-level lead in the Baron lane. SWG, they are bringing things back here.
And let's take a look at that replay for sure. And there's just a lot of things going on, and it does feel like NBR wants Moon all the time, but the rest of the map... Yeah. It's so fascinating to see that, honestly.
Yeah, and all of this was really just down to Moran, I think. This volley bear just looks so broken in these situations. These skirmishes. He jumps right in, hangs up 3 people, and just gets a solo kill.
Exactly. Just so tanky, so painful at that, and really good initiation for SWG. And now the gold lead, 3.4k. The dragon has spawned now. Let's see if NBR is able to win this. It is a full-blown team fight. This is where their composition will shine. The poke.
Yeah, he has a QSS on the volley bear as well, I want to point out. I think that's just for the any stuns. Teals jumps into the pit. I don't know if you want this. This looks a bit dangerous here.
Yeah, that's nerve-wracking. Good thing he has enough space to just casually run away from all that, but that could have been disastrous.
It's a very scary situation for sure. And now Dragon's going to get started off for real by the red team.
There we go. NBR trying to get a proper position, remove the wards, but the dragon is already half HP. Moon. Oh, the explosive cast is not gonna hit at all, and here comes the charge. There's no steal that's
volley bag goes in.
SW secures that, and Moon has a perfect backline access to Leo and to Teals, and as well as the Jace now being gone, and here comes the chase. Will not connect. But there's a mini 1v1 happening, by the way, as Joko will fall. And now it's just a clean sweep on the ends of SWG.
That was a huge fight for SWG. The barrel does not land, but the body slam does. And it completely stops the attempt from NBR to get into that team fight. And Moon, though he's been shut down so early on in the game, with the NAOS 2, with the Matamu, was still able to do so much in the backline there.
Yeah, he's still able to deal a lot of hurt. There was not a lot of attention towards Moon because they were so busy with the Infernal
body slam, wow.
Woo! Massive.
Of course, this volley badge just does so much. He's so tanky, not tanky enough, but does so much damage.
There's just so much tankiness going on the side of SWG, and I don't think anyone does have sort of innate access to, you know, percentage damage at all. You really need to itemize around that to make sure that you deal enough damage to Yan, to Moran, to everybody from SWG.
Yeah, we do see the members of SWG posturing around Baron here, just pushing NBR out of the space, taking it over. And I feel like with the Kai'Sa, they're gonna do it so quick. They know this is happening though. They saw Kai'Sa run with the Baron. Can they stop this though?
Yan is still pretty much making everybody so busy, but look, 99 HP, and now they've secured that one. Oh, the push onto Taiyang, and with that cast, there's just pure chaos. The fight is in half pretty much, and oh no, Akamoto forced to use a flash instead of aggressively, forced to back away instead. Now NBR falling down like dominoes. The chase still continues, and SWG happy with 2 kills because they already have the Baron.
Yeah, and that's likely gonna be the game in the back here for SWG. They look on top of things here. Gonna be pushing in 2 lanes at once with the Baron buff. Mid and top under pressure.
Well, True Shot arrives. That's massive damage as they focus on one. Yan 13 still so tanky, just as you said. The collapse on SWG. Their targets, the chain of corruptions holding down NBR and Joko will fall. And a lot of low health targets on the ends of SWG.
Low health targets, but it doesn't matter. They're gonna be able to back away here. Fortunately for NBR, they don't lose any of their base turrets just yet, but I can't help but feel like one more push and they will.
Yeah, like one sweep of a team fight.
Yeah,
it is going to be a clean base for sure. But this the SWG doing an amazing job just taking advantage of the composition that they have. So tanky.
Yeah, Riftmaker now getting picked up by both Kai'Sa and Volley Bear, so a lot of magic damage bursts gonna be coming off of from these two guys as the team fight progresses. Yen, he's so tanky and also does so much damage. The Renekton and the Volibear are kind of both raid bosses right now. I don't know how NBR are gonna deal with them.
Yeah, exactly. And it's gonna be reliant on properly itemizing around such big health targets. And the problem is, you don't have anyone that is able to deal with that, the HP percentage. Like, you don't have innate abilities that is able to deal with that. Especially Ezreal's gonna struggle against all of these beefy members for sure. And Yen, half HP already, he's fine.
He needs the last whisper on Ezreal, but I don't think he's anywhere near that yet.
Yeah.
And the rest of your champs, the Jays, the Annie, these are great against squishy champions. They've been picking on Moon the whole game, but they're gonna have a hard time dealing with Renekton, Volibear, even the Gragas who's gone tank.
Exactly, that's where the struggle lies. And so far, SWG has been doing a good job also guarding their flanks, and that's the problem. If you don't have access towards that, then you are forced to fight front to back.
Ezreal picked up the Iceborne Gauntlet here, which is, it's nice, right? You get the slow, but it's gonna mean your damage is just so little for these team fights.
Yeah, it's definitely for just to, okay, tanks, go away, just to stay away from me.
But it's not gonna be able to kill them for sure. Like, he's gonna need like one more item. He's getting the Riftmaker now. He's gonna need like maybe Seroda's Grudge. But this Dragon will just go over to SWG here.
SWG complete control over the map, over their carries, and as well as their tanky members. They're just taking everything away from NBR, which means, you know, I ain't calling it too soon, but with the direction this game is going, it does feel like SWG might see a game number 3.
We're gonna see a game number 3 for sure, and I think it's gonna be nice to see what kind of rosters are we gonna see in there. Mixed rosters? Are we gonna see like a pro team versus influencer roster? I would like to see that at least once. I think that would be fun to watch.
Same. I think
fun to watch, but maybe not fun for them to play.
Maybe that also.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. The Emerald's poke almost put DK7 on half HP.
Yeah, if the poke lands, it does a lot, but it's so tough to land with such a tanky frontline.
Yeah, you have to angle it. You have to like geometry it somewhere. Find an angle for that. Then they're now spawned. That means NBR wants to contest this. Let's see how they're able to scare away them using their poke.
Let's see if they can. I mean, Moran takes no damage.
That was just a tickle. Yeah, that was just a tickle. Right.
You need to be finding the backliners. That's a good true shot barrage to start things off.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, the poke's landing.
That's good. That's good. That's good progress. Forced SWG to just back away. I think this is where they're able to fight. Bot lane, however, is pushing.
It kind of just buys them time, right? Like, it's not gonna let them get anything on the map. It just stalls out the Baron attempt. And while all this is going on, NBR is not farming either. So it's not really a win for them. It's just kind of delaying the inevitable.
Yeah, like it's like, how do you even get access
to a
potential to win? It's super difficult. Before you even get to the Baron pit, you have to meet the Volibear, you have to meet everyone basically before anything else.
And don't forget, SWG have poke of their own. This is AP Kai'Sa. If she lands one of these Ws, she can just keep chaining them on. And of course, Varus has a bunch of poke as always.
Yeah, we'll see a sample of that right now. Oh,
not quite.
Didn't reach. Not quite, but Moran already starting this Baron. The rest of NBR, they really need to. They're probably gonna try. Nope, bot lane is pushing, so they're
too far.
Yeah, it's too far. They cannot recover our seal. Nope.
Hoping for a miracle there, but that's not happen. They're gonna try to go for Yen, but he's well aware of this.
Yan is gonna slice and dice away from Joko. The stun actually lands, and here comes the damage. It's very slow damage output, by the way, because he's just so tanky. But he finally falls, but just so much investment pushing through. But if NBR funnels all of this into one target, they might be able to do something. Here comes the chase, and that is now Leo gone with an explosive cast being huge, forcing NBR to just be in the embracing arms of SWG. Akumoto is gonna explode. Teals is the only one left, and now they're rushing towards the base.
And Taeyang there with the barrels just doing such a great job. Yet again, Gragas is my MVP for the game. I mean, Moran has been doing a fantastic job as well. And this is gonna be SWG just marching on the base.
It is just Teals surviving, but the Nexus will not have the same fate. And we're going towards a game number 3 with SWG's victory.
SWG. It was a pretty convincing victory for them. Tyson did get picked on a couple times in the early game. Pretty unenthused high five there, but a win's a win. You're gonna take that. NBR without looking a little bit disappointed, but it's not over for them just yet. We have a game tree. Let's see what rosters. I mean, the big question right now,